notify everyone.
Oh, and then you didn't stream it.
Yeah.
That's like pulling the rug right out from under them.
Here's the problem, everybody. We have the app.
Mm-hmm.
We have the podcast.
Sure.
We have the video function of it.
Yeah.
I'm just. I wish I'd go back in time and we did a radio show where people just listen to the radio.
Yeah.
But there's, so I apologize to everybody.
Oh, man.
And listen, can we also be honest with our listeners on something?
Yeah.
You didn't really miss that much this week.
No.
I mean,
can you go back to the comment? I thought I saw my name in there, but I didn't know what.
On what?
On the text, not from the texter, but from the person that let us know.
Chris is talking about, sounds like a new show because you're talking about your ski trip.
Oh.
So I think I know who that is.
I think I do too.
Yeah. And first the Facebook thing and now this.
Yeah. Boy, we are treating our listeners poorly.
Yeah. She's our favorite listener.
She is. Yeah.
We better just call it a day and get you prepared for the next show or the next week. And the way we do that is with headlines and predictions.
We sure do, Paul. And what we do, Paul, is we take actual news stories ripped from the headlines and we write our own funny punchlines to turn the news into a joke, which isn't as hard as it used to be. Here we go. The White House withdrew Representative Elise Stefanik's nomination as UN ambassador. President Trump said the move aimed to protect the GOP's narrow House majority. Republicans hold 218 seats to Democrats' 213, with 4 vacancies. Sources said some House GOP leaders were stunned by the decision to drop the New York Congresswoman and Trump ally, as they had been preparing for a special election and really thought George Santos' time had come back around. Paul.
Thanks, Chris. Can we take a detour on?
Sure.
I want to talk about. I think this is so great. This is the best story ever because for a couple reasons. This Stefanik, she was a no Trumper,
right?
And then she switched over to be so pro-Trump so she could get ahead in leadership.
Yep.
And she did. And then so much so that Trump's going to give her an appointment to the UN. Well, now he pulls it.
Yep.
And yanks it.
What?
Yanks it and pulls it. And the word is he didn't tell her.
Yeah.
He just pulled it and then, oh, yeah, by the way.
Yeah.
They had a going away party for her. People said goodbye to her and stuff. And then he pulled it and yanked it.
He just paddled it.
He just paddled it all over the place.
Wow.
And it shows, too, that there's some very solid reporting that they were going to lose that seat.
Yeah.
Not almost.
Right.
Not polling where we're behind. We need to throw money in there. It was, you're going down.
Yeah.
You're going downtown.
Going downtown to the brown town.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
I love
it can happen
too.
to a better person.
She completely gave up her integrity to suck on the MAGA teat. And
then he wasn't loyal to her. He didn't have enough common courtesy to call her and explain the situation.
Yeah.
We'll get through this and then we'll do. No, just yanked it, pulled it, paddled it all over her.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, God, it made me so happy.
Yeah. Paul?
Thanks, Chris. Senate Armed Services leaders request a Pentagon inquiry into the Signal group chat where senior security officials discussed a U.S. Yemen strike, inadvertently including a journalist. The Atlantic's Jeffrey Goldberg. How many different names does this guy have?
Yeah, Bert, Jeffrey. I don't know.
Was it always Goldberg, though?
Evan.
Okay, anyway.
I think it was Jeffrey, but I think always Goldberg.
Exposed a breach, sparking Democrat calls for accountability, citing national security risk. On Thursday, a federal judge ordered the Trump administration to preserve messages sent between March 11th and March 15th. Some Republicans dismiss it as a glitch, but most people call it a complete and total fuck up. Chris?
Oh, thanks, Paul. Oh, President Trump signed an executive order targeting the Smithsonian Institution for promoting divisive narratives. He criticized exhibits in several museums and appointed Vice President J.D. Vance to remove improper ideology across the institution. The order also directs the Interior Secretary to identify and restore public monuments, memorials, and statues altered since 2020 to counter a false reconstruction of American history. Vance said that he will be overseeing the restoration of Confederate monuments and making sure that the Smithsonian portrays that, and I quote, "Women can only be women and men can only be men, but they can wear eyeliner." Paul?
Thanks, Chris.
Sure.
President Trump signed an order ending collective bargaining for federal employees and national security roles. The Office of Personnel Management said agencies can bypass unions and begin job cuts. The American Federation of Government Employees condemned the move and vowed legal action, calling it a retaliatory attack on civil servants, including veterans. Earlier this month, the Department of Homeland Security also ended collective bargaining for thousands of TSA workers. But don't worry, the airport security lines will still be as long as ever. Chris?
Thank you, Paul. DoorDash has announced that you'll be able to eat now and pay later. The meal delivery service has entered into a payment service to offer the option of interest-free payment plans for their food orders. That means if you order food, you can defer payment to a more convenient time, according to DoorDash, such as a date that aligns with paycheck schedules. Users will have the option of splitting payments into 4 equal interest-free installments. This prompted one online user with the handle Wimpy to post, "Awesome. For a hamburger today, I will gladly pay you Tuesday." Paul?
Thanks, Chris.
I thought you'd like that.
I do criticize you for your 1970s reference, but that's a 1930s or 40s. And finally, Kraft Heinz is entering the alcohol market with its first product, a hard seltzer infused with Crystal Light. Its powdered drink mix. The vodka refreshers available in lemonade and wild strawberry flavors will debut this month. This launch aims to modernize the 40-year-old Crystal Light brand and appeal to younger consumers. Executives say they saw potential for noticing that consumers often mix Crystal Light with alcohol. Not to be outdone, Squirt is making a hard seltzer with vodka, gin, and lots of castor oil, promoting it with the slogan, have a real hard squirt with a hard squirt.
Oh, I like that.
Did you try any of the new Crystal Light at the show?
No, I didn't. Did they have it there? I don't remember seeing it.
Seems like something they would have had.
Yeah. Did they have the Sunny D there?
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? They're making a kid's drink.
Yeah.
What's next? Gerber hard baby food? Yeah.
I was trying to think of a kid's drink.
Oh, yeah.
That went with the squirt.
Yeah, that was good.
And evidently castor oil, the Little Rascals taught us, will make you shit yourself.
Yep. Yeah, just ask Stymie.
Yeah. And then I thought about the Hershey squirts. It was a whole fun thing to go through.
But I like where you landed with that. And
have a real hard squirt with hard squirt.
With a hard squirt.
Yeah.
And you're giving people a peek behind the curtain of like your joke writing process, which I think is cool.
A lot of fun.
It's like a master class.
It really is. And you can go to either the BBC Masterclass or Masterclass and sign up for those classes. They were fun. Yeah. They didn't last very long, did they?
No, they didn't.
No, it's like you see David Sudeikis. I get it.
Yeah.
Hey, the texter has lots of good things to say.
Does he?
No number before 1,000 contains the letter A. That's interesting.
That is. That's news I can use.
He has a question. Can you tell me the reason the Pope cannot be an organ donor? I don't.
I don't know the reason.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably some archaic Catholic rule. Speaking of which.
Yeah.
I did give blood this week. Oh, where's my hero song? That's good enough. I did give blood this week.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Good for you.
But I did it Thursday afternoon after our trip.
What was the ABV on that blood?
It was 90 proof.
Wow. Yeah. So, yeah, well, hey, if Foster Brooks needs blood, he'll take it.
It's just a pure Bloody Mary. The texter says, I can't give blood for a year because I am a cancer survivor.
Oh.
I also a cancer survivor, and they said, when were you cleared of cancer? And I said May or June of last year, but that was when I had to stop going to my appointments after 5 years of being clear.
Oh, okay.
And they had to clarify.
Had to explain.
Yeah, so.
What's your blood type?
A+.
Oh, well,
yeah, that's kind of cool, isn't it?
Yeah, that is.
Yeah. Chris, what do you got going on for the next week? It's a big one. You know that.
Oh, certainly. Well, today we've got the celebration of life for my Aunt Patty. So we'll be going to that today. You know, I don't see the extended family there like I used to. And I remember when people would joke, boy, we need to get together for something besides a funeral. Ha, ha, ha. But it's kind of gotten that way. So I'm excited to see cousins and aunts and uncles that I haven't seen for a long time. That'll be good. And then it is back to work this week. Molly and I are planning on meeting for dinner on Thursday.
Oh boy, can't wait to hear about where you ate.
And then, I got to see. I might not be able to do a show next weekend, come to think of it. So next Sunday...
Sunday.
My mother-in-law's Christmas gift is in full effect. We're going to go see the matinee of... Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do a show. We're going to go see the matinee of Back to the Future at the music hall, but we're going to brunch before that.
What was the show where she screwed everything up last year?
What did we see?
Addams Family or Beetlejuice?
No, it was Little Shop of Horrors.
I knew it was something stupid.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, okay. Fine, because next week I have lunch at noon.
Oh, okay.
At a local financial institution to celebrate our upgrade. So take that.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's nice. Oh, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Mm-hmm. So, okay, no show next week. No, I won't be there. I'll be at...
Because you're going to go back to the future.
Back in time.
I'm sure you saw it this morning on CBS this morning. They were talking about things that go... In the past, it would be a Broadway show would become a movie, but now movies are becoming Broadway shows.
Right.
Are you okay with that?
I will just say I'm having a general... I'm tired of all the remakes of everything in every medium.
Yeah.
I feel like there's not a lot of new, fresh ideas that come out anymore.
That's the crux of why I don't like it, but I used to think that Broadway shows were so more well crafted than movies, and I think they probably used to be.
Mm-hmm.
But have you ever seen the musical Anything Goes?
No.
It's about this performer, and she goes on a cruise ship, and she sings different songs and her love interest and stuff. It's from the 40s, but all it was just songs in there.
Oh.
They would shoehorn popular songs of the day in there.
Uh-huh.
Well, I always look at the past like, they wrote Rodgers and Hammerstein. They sat there and they wrote things that were part of the play and moved the plot along.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's theater. Big deal.
Yeah.
So if they could come up with different new things, I'd be happier with it.
Do you remember, speaking of Anything Goes, I think in the 70s, a television show called Almost Anything Goes?
Oh, yeah. I love that show.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah. It was dumb, wasn't it?
To laugh your troubles away. Yeah, that was a good show.
Now, so probably your favorite is the great movie Mean Girls that turned into the stage show Mean Girls, which turned into the movie.
Yeah, which I'm sure will launch a Saturday morning cartoon with a supplementary podcast.
Yes.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Let's come up with some new stuff.
Yeah.
Speaking of new stuff, this is exciting. Wet Leg will release a new song Tuesday.
Well, that is exciting.
I can't wait to hear it. We'll probably play it next week.
Yeah, we should, except we won't have a show.
Yeah, I'll play it just in my own head.
Okay.
And the texter also says, which is true, Patty was a good one.
Yep.
Patty was a good one. Well, my friend Sherry Whiting, will she be?
She will. I'm actually going to pick up Sherry, and who is my mother, and I'm going to pick up my Aunt Glenda as well. And we're going to go and talk about Aunt Patty, who truly was. She was a great one. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she was very funny. Yeah, she was very funny, and she'd have some salty language sometimes. Yeah. She'd laugh at an off-color joke, and she was fiercely progressive. Yes, and I miss her. Yeah, me too. Let's see here. Let's see what our text says. Oh, Amy just saw it. Oh boy, I'm so sorry, Amy. Yeah, so sorry. God, you're nothing but a good friend, and this is what we did. And we just let you down repeatedly. Yeah. So let's stop the show. Let's stop letting Amy down for today, and work on it for next week. Okay, we can do that. Take it away, Chris. Yeah, hey, thanks everybody for listening to Past Week, Next Week with Chris and Paul, starring Boogie and introducing the texter. Since you love the program, please rate and review the podcast on your favorite podcast distributor. We'd love to hear from you. You can contact us at 913-735-0060 and join the KCTK Facebook page. On behalf of Paul, I'm Chris saying goodbye. And on behalf of Chris, I'm going to play a song. I think we've played this song before, but a different version of it. Oh, okay. It is What a Fool Believes. Great song. By the Doobie Brothers. You can guess a little bit why I picked this one too. Yeah. Good grief. It's been 45 years since this performance. And let me just say too, just looking at this, the visual here, really just brings me right back to all the variety type shows in the 70s and 80s, and I miss that stuff. Yeah. But anyway, Michael McDonald has dark hair. Yep. That's nutty. What's Tuesday, Chris? What's Tuesday? Mm-hmm. April Fool's Day? Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. And half the country is believing nonsense that's spewed at them. I'm hoping that Donald Trump, the TV star, on Tuesday will come out and go, this has been an elaborate April Fool's joke, and we all fell for it. Yeah. What a hoax, you guys. I got you. Yeah. Yeah, I've been doing this for 9 years. Yeah, and you got us. Yeah. You win. You know what? If that were the case, I would say good one and shame on me. Yeah. But I don't think it'll happen. I don't think so either. So, we've talked in the past about how crazy it seemed that the Doobie Brothers were the concert on What's Happening. Yeah. Right? But then you watch did you watch the Yacht Rock documentary? Yeah. And then you find out that Doobie Brothers and all that Yacht Rock stuff really did take hold in the black community back in the day. And they loved this music. I didn't know that. So anyway, just a fun fact. They were all very influenced by jazz. Yeah. Yeah. And I guess that's what bridged the gap there, was that jazz infusion. Did you like the Doobies? No. I like them more because after seeing that documentary where they sucked and they go, we need Michael McDonald. Yeah. So they're a Michael McDonald band. Yeah, it was kind of crazy how all of those bands, the people were just jumping around back and forth. Michael McDonald was definitely a hub. And him and Michael McDonald and Kenny Loggins wrote this song. Yeah. And then one song of the year, and then the next year was a Kenny Loggins song that they both wrote. Yeah. And then they were at one point, they were afraid to get together and write again, because it's how can we do any better than what we've done? Afraid of failure. It's so funny how wildly successful they were, and then just a few years later, you're like, yeah, that's so passé. I mean, this is 81. What year did it say it was? 79, maybe? So, yeah. And you would never hear them on the radio in 83.
Yeah.
No, not at all. Yeah, it kind of died the death of disco as well.
Mm-hmm.
Just, hey, this is all the rage and popular, and now it's the butt of every joke.
Yeah.
Which is why when the term yacht rock came up, some of the guys thought, oh, they're making fun of us. But they actually really liked the music.
Yeah.
Whatever the comedy troupe was that started the YouTube show. Which maybe I should go watch that.
It's really bad.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
All right.
But
Well,
you're used to that.
yeah, I'm on this show.
This has been a KCTK production, produced by Paul Lavoda. If you want more information about this content, then you have some real weirdness going on. You can always check out KCTK Radio on Facebook. Listen to live programs at kctkradio.com. Yes, and that is on the World Wide Web. Thank you.